Haley?
Yes?
Hi Haley, my name is Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
So if you'd like to follow me, Haley, we can go to my office. It's a little bit more private.
Okay.
So it's nice to meet you. Now before we begin, I'd like to talk to you about confidentiality and your rights as a client. Would that be alright with you?
Yes, that would be okay.
So confidentiality means that what we discuss here today will stay between the two of us. That means anything that's written down or anything that's discussed will not leave this room. So this form goes over confidentiality more thorough as well. And basically it just tells you the same thing I told you as well, is that anything that's written or discussed is going to stay between us. So if you can read through this, please, and if you have any questions or anything like that, you can ask me, and if you understand it and don't have any questions, I'll get you sent at the top and then the bottom as well.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, and did you have any questions about it at all?
No, that all makes sense to me.
Awesome. So I'd like to start by getting to know you a little bit. Can you tell me what brought you in here today?
Well, I feel really stressed about school right now. I just feel like I'm behind in all my classes, and there's too many assignments and readings, and it's all too much.
Sounds to me like your class workloads are really overwhelming you right now, and you feel like you're struggling to keep up.
Yeah, it feels like even though I'm at school all the time, it feels like I don't have time anymore to do everything that's required of me in each of my classes.
And could you tell me how you've been managing your time?
Well, I'm taking 5 classes, which has me at school 5 days a week. Not only am I at school 5 days a week, but then each class has its own assignments and readings that have to be completed. Whether it's a big assignment or a small assignment or even exams, I never seem to have the time to prepare or complete them how I'd want to. I've never taken 5 classes before, and I've never been so stressed in all my life.
So what I'm hearing from you is that with your assignments and your workload and being at school 5 days a week is what really has you overwhelmed.
Yeah, I just don't have time for any of it. It's all this schoolwork is stacking up, and there's no way to finish it all before it's due.
You're really stressed about your schoolwork and that you're really worried about not being able to finish it in time.
Yeah, there's already been a couple times where I've handed in assignments late and lost marks as a result. And also, my exam scores are falling too because I barely have any time to study. It's a vicious cycle. Not having any time to work on school has me stressed out, and then my stress about not having any time affects my school.
Yeah.
I just feel like my time has just disappeared. Like I have all these other things I need to do in addition to my schoolwork.
And would you mind talking about what you mean by that? What about your time has disappeared?
Well, when I'm not at school, I'm at work. I have a part-time job, 3 to 4 days a week at a restaurant. They've been really flexible and good to me, and it's not like I can just leave, like I need the money. And the times when I'm not at the restaurant are times where I could be working on schoolwork or studying. Between the long days at school and work, I rarely have any time to put towards catching up with my schoolwork.
So you also have a part-time job when you're not in class. Although it sounds like you appreciate the flexibility and the fact that your job provides you an income, you're also unhappy because it contributes to the stress and not having enough time to do your schoolwork.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where I've considered quitting my job. I think that not having to go to work 3 days a week would really help me with managing my schoolwork. But I also want to keep my job because I need the money and the experience.
So you can see how leaving your job would give you more time to focus on your schoolwork, but you can also see the benefits of keeping your job, such as the money you earn.
Correct. Like my job is time consuming for sure, and the hours I'm at work could be spent on school, but I can't afford to quit. I need that money for all my living expenses, tuition, textbooks, stuff like that.
Yeah.
My paycheck also allows me to pay for other things, like being able to go out and have fun with my friends on the weekend, which is really important to me, and I try to do that most evenings. Time with my friends is super important to me.
So not only does your school and work take up a lot of your time, but you also like to spend additional time with your friends some evenings. Could you expand on that for me?
Yeah. I'm determined to maintain my social life. Since the beginning of the semester, making time with my friends has been really important to me because I need breaks from school and work, plus I don't want to miss out on all the fun that a 20-year-old student should have. So I tend to go out every evening that I don't have a work shift. And most of my friends are in school, but they don't have jobs, so they have so much more flexibility than I do. And I'm trying to meet up with them all the time so that I don't miss out.
I apologize, but I'm a bit confused. Earlier you talked about how you have no time to do your school assignments and to study. What with having 5 classes a week and working 3 to 4 days a week. But now you say you are able to spend a significant amount of time with your friends. Could it be that your commitment to your social life is more important to you than your commitment to school or work? You seem uncomfortable with my last comment. Can you share your feelings on why you feel that way after what I've said?
I guess when you say it like that, I just feel angry. Like, it's not like I want to be stressed out by work and school. It's like I don't want to miss out on time with my friends. But like, I care about school and my work.
Do you think it could be that I interpreted something wrong?
I'd say so, yeah. Like, I care about school, work, and friends equally. I'm too young to not be going out and hanging with my friends.
What about your age do you feel defines how much time you spend with your friends?
People always tell me I'm not going to be young forever, and they're right. The memories that I make now are with my friend. The memories that I make now with my friends are super important.
Can you expand on what you mean by that? What about these memories are important to you?
I mean, these are the memories that are going to be told at our weddings and to our children to show that we really lived our lives. These memories will be with us forever, and it will be told time after time throughout our lives. I feel like going out with my friends now is important. I feel like going out with my friends in my free time, I haven't really been able to get my schoolwork done.
And do you find it difficult to manage your time efficiently between school, work, and your social life?
I guess so. I know that I need to just focus more on my education. But I feel that being enrolled in 5 classes requires more of me than I can give when I also have a part-time job and I want to maintain an active social life. At this point, I would need to give up one of these things because juggling them just isn't working out for me.
You seem frustrated with trying to balance all these different aspects in your life. You think that you'd have to sacrifice one aspect to succeed in another, such as your education.
At this point, yes.
Has there been a time in your life where you were able to manage your time efficiently?
I think so. I know in my first year I only had 4 classes, plus I had my current job, I volunteered on the weekends, and I only went out once in a while. And I don't remember being as stressed about school that year.
It sounds like your first year of university, you were very busy and were able to manage that. What do you think helped you during this time?
I think what helped me was the lower course load, the flexibility of my job, and volunteering and only going out with friends when I had the time. And looking back, I think I was careful not to do too many things at once, which might be what I'm doing now.
So compared to your first year of university, you feel like you have overburdened yourself this year and cannot seem to find a way to manage your time efficiently.
Yeah, something needs to change.
And what is it that you think needs to change?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
Then it's a good time for us to reflect on our discussion so far. You're a full-time student and are employed part-time, which keeps you very busy. With this comes a lot of stress, because you say you don't have time to keep up with your schoolwork. However, you're afraid of losing and missing out on time with your friends, so you tend to go out most evenings. At the same time, you believe you need to focus on school more than you do, so you'd like to figure out how to manage your time better. Does that sound accurate to you?
That all sounds right to me. I think there are a couple ways I could go about this, but I'm not sure which is best.
I would love to help you find some solutions, Haley. Now that we have agreed on the major difficulties, you have balancing school, work, and your social life. It's important for us to restate these issues into goals. Would that be all right with you?
Yes, I think I have no choice but to find something that will work, and I think goals will help keep me motivated.
Perfect. Well, then let's start with your issues with school and your stress you face. I find that when I'm stressed, cutting back helps me maintain my focus. What do you think is a reasonable goal we can work on for your school?
Well, for starters, I could cut back on the number of courses I'm taking. I think even if I drop one class, it would really help me with my stress about school. I think that my stress really affects the rest of my life. It definitely interferes with my work and social life.
I think that's an excellent step. Is there anything else that you can think of that could help with the stress?
I'm not too sure. I think I'll have to find a way to manage my course loads and assignments with the rest of my life.
What have you done so far to manage these course loads and assignments?
So far, I guess I've been cramming and procrastinating. I tend to notice assignments the day they're due, and then I have to stay up all night working on them to get them done in time. And even the same with tests and exams, I never leave myself enough time to study, so then I find myself trying to do everything in such a short period of time.
So by saving your assignments and test studying to the last minute, it is really creating a large portion of stress in your life. Is that correct?
Yeah. If it wasn't for the homework, I could spend more time with my friends and maybe even get a few more work hours.
And I think it would be beneficial for us to come up with a goal for your homework. Would you be interested in doing that together?
I think that would help me, yeah.
So you said that before you used to save it to the last minute because you forgot about it. How could we change that? Is there anything that you've done before that helped you with this?
I used to write sticky notes and put them in my textbooks stating when the assignments due, but they would always fall off or I'd forget to even look at the textbook and it just wouldn't get done. I mean, there's been times where I have found the sticky notes and I was able to get the assignments done on time or have time to study, but more often than not, I will forget about them and work just won't get done.
I find that having everything in one place allows me to stay organized and has been efficient for helping me stay on track of everything. Have you considered using an agenda?
I've thought about that before, but I've never actually gone out and purchased one. But I think it would be helpful now, since I have so many different assignments and tests coming up. It could really help me keep track of the important deadlines coming up.
So you believe that this is something that could keep you help track of all your assignments and tests, as well as the important deadlines. Is there anything else that you could do that could help? Is there anything that you think that could help to change in your social life?
I could go with friends when I don't have assignments or studying to do, but I also seem to always have something to do, so then I would never go out and spend time with them. I think if I did this, then I would be right back where I started.
And it sounds like you're really considering your options, and you might just need a little bit more time to consider them. What if we picked a certain day for you to meet your friends on?
I think that could work. It's just I have so many things in my life going on, like how would I keep track of everything?
You seem excited about having a specific day to meet with your friends, but you were unsure how to manage all your activities. You said that you believe that the agenda would be a good idea to stay organized. Do you think you could keep track of the days that you meet your friends on? Would this be something you could work on?
You're right. I could use it to manage all sorts of activities in my life, actually. I could use it to manage schoolwork and my social life.
With this, how would you feel how do you feel when you think of school, work, and your social life right now?
I feel like my stress is already so much less than when I came here today.
I think that you're on the right track, and I'm very optimistic about your progress here today.
Talking with you has really helped me feel so much better about my busy life.
And it seems like you have some things to work on to complete the plan that we've made here today. So I think it's a good place for us to end here today. If you think this has been beneficial for you today, or that our conversation has helped you in any way, would you be interested in meeting again? We could do a follow-up on our plan to see how you've completed the plan.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it has been extremely beneficial meeting with you, and I would really love to set up another time. This has really opened my eyes and I think put things in perspective for me. Maybe we can meet again next week. That way I can have time to go and purchase an agenda and get everything sorted out.
Perfect. We will see each other next week and review your progress then. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for your time.